it sounds like everything is on his terms. I just like wanted to sit down and chit chat for a little bit. That like never feels good, right? Because I want to be someone that like I want to be with someone that like chooses to be with me even when it's not convenient. Like my future partner, I want to like sacrifice for them. Doing another little cozy episode. We have eggs with me, and I'm rocking my Grant shirt. If you guys don't already know, I like really love Grant Perez. Hopefully we have him on the podcast one day, manifesting. But yeah, I just like wanted to sit down and chit chat for a little bit. Let me think of some life updates. I think I'm feeling like very content in my life. Just like I think I've started to realize like I am surrounded by like so many loved ones. Like literally my friends love me so much. They're like always listening and dealing with my shit. Shout out to like Ali and Joyce, honestly, because they live with me. And so they don't have a choice. When Hannah wants to talk, I just stare at them and then they go, yes. Literally, Joyce has said that like I have a face of like, and she knows what the face is of like, I want to say something, but I don't know if I'm like bothering you right now while you work. So yeah, shout out to Ali and Joyce because they literally don't have a choice. And like, shout out to Diane. I know you guys know Diane, and I just like feel like she's always like pouring love out for others and like is one of the most like caring, genuine people that I know. So shout out to her for keeping me grounded. Shout out to my 9 girlies for always being there through all the years of friendship, like what, 15 years that we've had. Like, I think like one of the most important things is that like we grow and accept each other for where we're at. And like, it's always nice to have such a large group of girlfriends that like we can like get differing opinions from, because a lot of times like when you are friends with people, it's because you're like-minded and you think in the same ways, and of course that's not always the case, but because there are so many different opinions present, I think it has made me like a very well-rounded person. Shout out to my parents for just like supporting me in everything I do. Shout out to my grandma for being like my rock. Like honestly, like I'm the most like my grandma in my family, and I like love that about myself. Like she's so like happy and she's always laughing, and like she's so like lighthearted and God-fearing. And so yeah, shout out to grandma, shout out to Gma, and shout out to my sister for like keeping it real with me. I know that like we like have our like ups and downs, but like I think that's like what like sister relationships are for. You know, like sometimes I'm like scared to like say certain things because I feel like she'll call me out on my bullshit, but you need that, you know what I mean? So yeah, just like I've just been feeling so loved by the people around me that it like makes me realize that I like don't want to be a second option to any guy. Like I don't want to be convenient to any guy. And so what I mean by this is like recently there has been a guy that only like hits me up when it's like convenient. And I don't mean like booty call type shit, like not into that, but like it'll be like when he's driving, he'll like call me, or like on his time when he's free. I was telling my friend about like my boy issues, and she was saying like it sounds like everything is on his terms. And I was like, shit, like you're right. And that like never feels good, right? Because I want to be someone that like I want to be with someone that like chooses to be with me even when it's not convenient. Like if you guys listen to Brian Law's episode, you know, he has a girlfriend of 4 years, and something that he said is like between juggling like his daytime job, his freelance gig and a relationship, he will oftentimes like choose spending time with his girlfriend if it means like turning down a shoot, like turning down a photo shoot. And like that might sound like kind of like whoa to some people, because right, like obviously we all value our careers. I'm sure I know Brian does as well, but I think that like that is like one of the most perfect examples of like, I want to be chosen when it's like not convenient to you. Like I think like relationships take sacrifice, and in ways I think I know that like up here, but I don't think I know that like in here, meaning like right, intellectually, like top of mind, like just like very like fact wise, I'm like, yeah, relationships take sacrifice, but like I don't think I really know as of like recently like how much sacrifice they should take. But you know, I've just been thinking more about how like if it means like I can't like go to the grocery store when I want, which is like so small, but like okay, listen, how I think about it is like, if I'm gonna go to the gym, then like let me do a grocery run and then come home, right? Like I'm already out. But if that means like let's say like I go to the gym and then like my partner is like, oh yo, like can we go to the grocery store, and like he wants to go with me, that means I have to come home and then we go. And so I think it's like small little inconveniences like that I like don't understand like what it takes, and like what small sacrifices I'm like not having to deal with now, because I think that like I'm a pretty like efficient person, and like I think something that my sister recently pointed out to me is how like I can be like very like my way or the highway. Like there are certain things that like just like don't make sense to me in my head, and I know I'm not willing to sacrifice those things, because like I currently don't sacrifice them. Like even like for my roommates, like let's say like grocery store example, like if Joyce wants to go to the grocery store, if Allie wants to go to the grocery store with me, but I'm like already out, I'm like no, I'll just go, just tell me what you want. But like maybe they needed that like grocery store experience. But like because I have been single for so long, I like, and like also like put into consideration that my last relationship was kind of long distance. Like it wasn't like so long distance, but it was like kind of long distance, like to the point where I would only see him once a week. And so like because of that, it's almost like I like don't know how to like do life with another person. And so it's just like gotten me thinking about like how relationships like aren't convenient, and I don't think I like want them to be. Like I think like with my partner, like with my future partner, I want to like sacrifice for them. Such a romantic. But like yeah, I think I like want to sacrifice for them, and vice versa. Like I want them to like think of me when it's not convenient. Like right? I think that's what relationships are like putting the other person like before yourself, before your needs sometimes. And like I don't mean that in like a neglect yourself type of way, but like in more so a like let's work together and like make sure that we're building upon this together, building upon ourselves, and then also building upon this together, so that we can both become like the best version of ourselves, and then also hopefully like grow towards one another. And so yeah, I think like just like recognizing like when the guy isn't like fully putting you first, like when they aren't being like thoughtful and considerate, is something to consider. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe I have like a little bit of a skewed version of this, because my parents like have a great relationship. Like my dad is like so gentlemanly, like so chivalrous. Like literally if it's cold, even if it's not cold, he will like let's say like we're parked we're parked somewhere as a family, and it's like gonna be like a 10-minute walk. He will run to the car and then drive and pick us up, so that like we don't like have to be like inconvenienced, but like he's inconveniencing himself on behalf of us. Like I think like what I'm looking for is like sacrificial love, and like that doesn't mean like doing all the dirty work. Yes, I still ask him to like kill bugs and stuff when I go home, but like I think I like want to sacrifice as well. Like but that also like requires that I like get into something, right? Like the only way to practice like being sacrificial and like being inconvenienced so that the other person like feels good or feels better, like I think like I need to like get past the first like 2-3 days. And maybe this all like, you know, ties back to like how like I have high standards for myself, and like maybe they aren't realistic. Like honestly, like I feel like I set like very impossible standards for myself, and so that probably comes out in like my relationships as well, or like my dating life as well, because it's like if I am not meeting my own standards, then no way in heck is someone going to be able to meet those standards, because I probably am not communicating my standards to them. But then B, like where are these standards even coming from? Like I feel like a lot of this like is like arbitrary, like my arbitrary idea of perfection, which like we all know is not real, but like right in my head, like this is what I mean, like my head knows like perfect is not real, but like my heart like doesn't follow it. And so maybe I don't have like a full understanding or like a full like openness to like not being perfect, you know? So yeah, I think just those are some other thoughts I've been having. It's just like, bro, I don't want to be a second option to you. Don't call me when it's only convenient. Like, that's freaking crazy. Like, if any of my girlfriends were like in my current position, I would yell at her. But like, why don't I like do that for myself? I need to do that for myself. Let me advocate for myself real quick. Hannah, you need to, let's not get caught up in like who you think this person could be, or who you have built this image up to like who they are, because like I'm a hopeless woman. You know what I mean? Like, let's not see people on a pedestal and like who in this perfect version of them that I built them up because I don't have the details. Like, let's see them for who they are and like not look at just their words, because I have a tendency to do that. I'm like such a words girly. Like, love bomb me because like I think I like it. Like, love bomb me because of course you would. Love bomb me because like duh. But like if they're not following through in their actions and like I'm feeling so anxious about it, then like that's not worth it. Like, let's have higher standards for ourselves. More thoughts. Well, thanks for listening to me rant. Go listen to some Grant Perez. If you guys want your own version of eggs, what is this brand called? Oh, it's called Warmies. So there's like flaxseed and like lavender in him. And so you can like be a little sadistic and then put them in the microwave. And then also this like little hat thing is from Jeju, and I put it on top of my lamp because I'm trying to like at night like turn off overhead lights. Like, I'm trying to get better sleep. So yeah, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love you guys so much, cookies. Y'all keep me grounded. Also, like, if you guys are ever so inclined, like, please share this with your friends. If you want advice on anything, if there's anything like you're struggling through and like want me to talk out with you, like, let's freaking do it. Like, DM me. I read all the DMs. Also I read through all the like Spotify like question and poll stuff, and also all the YouTube comments. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Please go ahead and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and keep up with the YouTube channel. I've been posting, I'm trying to post a little bit on there. So yeah, but I will catch y'all in the next one. Till next time. Bye bye. Don't I sound like the little like automatic like food thing inside Heidi Lau, bye bye. Sometimes it's at KBBQ restaurants, bye bye. It was even at this like Mexican restaurant that I went to, bye bye. Okay, bye bye.